online. So for you people that are online tonight, next month, we're gonna have a photo contest with a winter theme. We're hoping that a lot of people will submit. And you can submit 3 images with some kind of winter theme, whatever you want that to be. Make sure you don't have your name on your images. And when you submit them, say for the photo contest, not for member slides, just for the photo contest. And then we'll show them at the December meeting and everybody will get to vote. And the people that are online, I think there's a way that you can do that right in the comments. People can vote for their favorite 3 images. And first prize is $100. Second and third prize are gift certificates from either REI or Stewart's.
Yeah.
Stewart's.
So one of each, and then we'll create a link on Dropbox and put in newsletters where they can upload their images for the photo contest.
So make sure you read the newsletter. First, we have to make sure that somebody's in town to do the newsletter, but I think they'll be back soon enough.
Alaskan images only or any category?
Think it matters, do you?
Oh, but I think it's got to be winter theme, right?
It's gotta have a winter theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
The northern climate.
Arizona winter?
Yeah.
Frost on desert
Yeah.
blooms.
Yeah.
Could be good. Any other questions? Do you see any questions online?
No questions.
Yeah.
So those will all be images that need to be taken in the next 30 days.
Or they could,
You
yeah,
can't go through your old catalog and find.
You know, I really would like to limit it to what you shoot in the next 30 days, just to get people to go out and shoot. But if you can't find anything, oh, I don't know, what do you guys think? I'll leave it up to the board. What do you, I mean, up to the group. Do you think that it could be any of your winter images, or should we keep it just to the next 30 days to challenge you to actually go out and shoot? And you can include last night, okay, just so everybody knows, last night's okay to include, because it was pretty spectacular Northern Lights last night, so. And that is a winter theme. Any other questions?
so,
Donna, are you putting that down, so you're gonna submit some stuff?
I'm sorry, I'm other business.
I know, you're working, it's okay, you're a doctor, you're entitled. Even if it's not Dr. related.
so what's the consensus? Are we just limiting it to a 30-day period, or are we gonna go back?
You like the idea of limiting it to 30 days? Okay, everybody that wants to limit it to 30 days, raise your hand. Okay, 30 days wins.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay, so for those of you who are online, it's the next 30 days. So if anybody wants to contact me on a beautiful day and go out and shoot frost or whatever, I'm up for that. Is there any other announcements that people want to make? I have one announcement for Carl, but I'll wait until I do his slides because he's out of state right now. Does anybody have any slides that they want to show tonight? Because the only ones we have right now are Carl's.
and we do have Dean Cully from last month because he uploaded
Oh,
late. Yeah,
okay.
but I don't see Dean here today. So, but he might walk in, you never know.
Never know. People are, you know, it's hard to say when the northern lights are out like this, it's pretty hard to be inside, so. So with that, our speaker tonight is Bill Rome. I don't know if you guys have seen Bill's work before. He's a longtime ASONP member. And your is on ice tonight?
Icebergs.
Tonight, his slideshow is gonna be on icebergs. And everybody here gotten a ticket for the drawing?
No.
All right.
Now, okay, can we push this, Glenn, can I push this down so I can see?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No problem. Okay, if you, no, you're fine. That's good. Now I can see. Okay, you read, the message about tonight's program. I was up here first in Nome in 1970 and came back in 85. And what you see there, that's a Zodiac. And in 1968, I was a big fan of Jacques Cousteau's program. And I could still see him going out of the Calypso and jumping in a Zodiac. And I said, someday I'm gonna have a Zodiac. And in 1986, look at that. Where is that? Do you know where that, anybody want to guess?
Let's see, it's in,
You should know, Kathy.
well,
Hell's that?
is that,
Cascade Glacier
okay, I was
and Berry Glacier.
let's get into that. So that's Berry Arm. This is,
Starts with a G. Golden.
okay, I didn't know
Yeah, this is a little beach called Golden. There's the entrance to College Fjord.
that. Okay.
And look at that. How far out you can't, you know, Berry Glacier is way back here now.
Around.
Totally gone. So anyways, you are looking, if you want to get a boat that goes everywhere and does everything, a Mark II Zodiac is the way to go. When I bought that, I was stupid enough to launch it in '86 in Ship Creek. Of course, there was no boat launch down there back then. And I was stupid enough to do it. Lucky I had a friend on an outgoing tide. And I decided to circle Fire Island.
Oh, man.
And as I was going out, I couldn't believe I wasn't using any gas. You know, I had a, you know, a 5-gallon gas tank. So I circled Fire Island and land on a beach, a friend of mine, and that was really neat. I love that beach there. And now we're heading back to Anchorage. And I'm looking at the gas can and we're not going anywhere. And we finally get back to Ship Creek with about a gallon of gas left. And guess what? Ship Creek is dry. So what we did, we went over to the port of Anchorage. And back then, before 9/11, you could land it. There was a dock there. So we landed at the dock. And since it's a 13.5-foot boat, what we did, I took the 25 horsepower engine off, we laid that down, and my friend and I picked up the Zodiac, walked up this long, you know, this, the walkway. And of course, I went over and got the car over at Ship Creek. And then we went back down and got the engine, brought that up, loaded it on the trailer, and off we went. I mean, yeah, the boat is fantastic, and I've been out of the, you know, I've taken it down to the entrance of Eagle River, out of Anchorage. It's been out of Deep Creek, Homer, out to Seldovia, out of Seward, all the way down out of Day Harbor down there, and in Prince William Sound, as you can see, all over western Prince William Sound. And there's nothing much really to go wrong with the boat. Was a fantastic boat, and nothing to break on it. But it had some problems. Here we are, here at Berry Arm now, and a friend of mine, you can see his foot. We overnighted up in Harriman Fjord. And all you need, there's our, gosh, I'm having one of these brain farts. Compass, you got your compass and your depth sounder. Come on in. And you don't have to worry about an anchor. For, you know, if we got these wheels that go on, and you go right up on the beach and you're all set to camp. You don't have to worry about anything. But there had two problems. Number one is the weather. And number two, I couldn't go through heavy ice with it. So in '96, got together with a friend, Dave Kindred of Heavy Weather Boats, and another friend, Barb Marquez of Naiad, and said, look, I need a boat that goes through ice. So here's the hull of my new boat, 18 feet long and deep V and reinforced to go through ice. Bingo, there it is. And here I am. This is back in the days with when you're shooting video with tape. So there's a 3-second delay before you can start capturing your image. So I was almost constantly had the camera running, and I had this bracket. You can't use a tripod there. You have to be real able to swing around and capture anything.
So which glacier is this?
Right here, this is Chiniga. And what you're looking at now no longer exists. Chiniga's really gone off, you know. He's at 60% on land now. Anyways, so that's how, now I did not take this picture. Who did? Dean Rand. How many of you know Dean Rand? He runs the Discovery out of Whittier. I didn't even know he was there. And he's, you know, way back, you know, taking pictures. So take a look at what you're gonna see next. And what are the chances that someone took a picture of me here? Just to show you where it is. See this here? You see the same here? And look at this.
Whoa. Hate to see your rock after that, Bill.
Now watch what comes up. I was lucky it came straight down and not at me. And now you're gonna see how this boat goes through ice. Just cuts right through. Here I am at Harvard Glacier. You can see the cruise ship down there. It's a good 4 miles away, but my boat made it through all that ice. There's Smith Glacier on the right there. And here's Harvard. Okay, since I could get through ice, I was able to get the opportunity to get some unique pictures for who? Phillips Cruise and Tours. So since around 2002 till even today, I'm still doing the photography for Phillips and also the Whittier Chamber map. So on the ticket offices of Phillips in Anchorage and Whittier, those are all my photos on the outside and on their brochures. And I also think I must have the most photographed boat in Alaska. Because, you know, every time I go out there, and I have a video of really nice women blowing kisses at me. And we're gonna see another video, be my last video of a nice woman doing something else to me.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes,
Is that
Okay.
Korean or-
Oh, yeah.
well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, yeah. Who's making me cover the camera for Zoomers?
Yeah, it gives you some perspective, just how big everything is.
Is this in Harriman?
That's Surprise. And what you're looking at Surprise on the left there no longer exists. It's gone.
Wow.
That's a Berry Glacier, which is also, you don't see that much glacier anymore. That's Surprise again, and it's way back.
Who owns the Bravery?
The Bravest, yeah, that's Phillips.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, their other
That's
boat.
Phillips' boat.
What year is it?
Right there, that was, that's fairly recent, that's about.
Yeah, because the Bravest is a fairly new boat.
Yeah, that's really new boat. That was probably about 8 years ago. And it's at, boy, it looks brighter on the screen. Let me see something. Can I change that? No, that doesn't change. Doesn't change it. Okay, now shut up. This is at Harvard Glacier. Harvard. And that's up in Berry Arm, looking down at Harriman way in the distance. Okay, ice. Depends upon how thick it is, how easy you can get through. This you can motor through fairly easy. You can see there's, space between the ice, and something else you got to remember. Even this looks like a small piece of ice. Well, you're only looking at 10% of it. It's what underneath there that will stop your boat. Depending upon how big it is. Okay, this is the surprise looking back where I came from. And now this is a little trickier because these blocks of ice won't move as easily when you hit them. And this is out at Columbia Glacier. And that's even worse. And back in the day when when you could first get over that terminal moraine, it was really unique because if you have a big bay or a small bay and the ice is all packed in, if you're in a boat, you try to move the ice, it's not going anywhere. So you can really get stuck on. I have a whole program just on Columbia Glacier where I freaked out. I almost destroyed my boat on that trip. And of course, what you see on the right, that no longer exists. And this whole west bank is gone. And all you have is the tributaries coming down. Okay, here we are. This is Columbia. And I'm heading towards the terminal moraine right here. So these are big icebergs that actually got up over that moraine.
Those are massive.
And out in the water. And this is what I mean. And, here's Columbia Bay. And you're not going to go through this ice because these guys are not going to move. They're not going to go anywhere. You're going to be stuck. And what you're seeing here, that's all gone. There's no ice there anymore. Okay, let's take a look at calvings. There are all kinds of different calvings. And luckily, that one that you saw the video of, if it came out like this one, I wouldn't be here today. And it gives you an idea. Look how these are harbor seals. Gives you an idea of the size. So this guy, these are my favorites. And this is what it, take a look at this. Let you know it's the same image. Look at these guys. They're jet propelled icebergs flying through the air.
Yeah.
It goes out a good quarter mile. So that's why you got to be careful if you're out there sitting around in a boat. I mean,
Yeah,
look at that, look how violent that's a rock.
yeah, there's tons of rocks.
That's a
flying.
rock going through the air. There's a screenshot off my video camera. It just released. How big a wave do you think that one will make?
20-footer.
Well, let's see.
Wow.
Maybe a 40-footer. Look at these guys flying through the air. Look at them all hitting the water.
Now, is this a screenshot from your video?
On my video, yeah, screenshot on my video camera. 90% of my photography in Prince William Sound is video. And I stopped shooting video in 2014. That's when everybody was going solid state. I had 20 cameras that were taped, and enough's enough. And it was fine because from 85 to 2014, 15, I already captured so much change in the glaciers, and that was the period where the maximum changes were happening. So I switched over to, just still photography. I had enough video. All right, so that's kind of cool. Okay, here's a different time. This is going to come straight down. And this is good because this will help form some icebergs that will actually be out there floating around. Same with this. You know, these are coming straight down into the water. They're not flying out and then smashing. Same with this one. And this is really a neat one here.
Yeah, wow.
Comes straight down. You got a vertical face, and this whole thing just comes straight down. And the harbor seals like it.
And a little ride.
Hey, Bill, why do the seals hang around there?
They just.
Entertainment?
Yeah, they like it. I never see them get scared off or anything.
It
And,
protects them from orcas, doesn't it?
what?
Does it protect them from orcas to some degree?
Yes. Definitely, yeah, that's why they're on the iceberg, but I imagine if they got hit, they got so much blubber, I don't think they're gonna get injured. So, yeah, it's. My favorite calving is the ones that come straight down like this. It prefers, you know, it doesn't smash up the ice. And same with this one, it doesn't come down that far to get broken up. Here's a cute little one.
Yeah.
All right, now we're back in Columbia Glacier. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Those are all cracks. And it's a huge part of this face. Look what happens. Whole thing just totally collapses straight down. See what I mean? All gone. And it kept on going. Okay, everybody knows what's gonna happen here. The question is when. Oh, there it goes. And that's another nice one. It came straight down. There's another, you see the cracks. Okay, unfortunately, okay, take a look here. See how this face is almost vertical, straight. What I'm seeing now in most of the glaciers out there, the top is going back and the bottom is, so it's slanted back. And what happens when there's a calving? The ice all gets crunched up into small pieces before it hits the water. So now you don't have nice icebergs that the harbor seals and the sea otters love to lie on. So that's a big change that I've seen. You just don't see as much wildlife out there when you have, ice that's this size or even this size. No seal or sea otter is going to crawl up on something like that. Here again,
Yep.
his face is kind of back. You have a calving. It's going to get all crunched up into small pieces before it hits the water. Okay, here's the old story. How much of that iceberg do you actually is under the water? Well, from here on down. So if that was in the water, you'd only be seeing this. Oh, that's a small iceberg. Look how small and flat it is. Yeah, bang. It'll stop your boat real fast.
Mushroom.
Look at that. Is that you, Kathy?
It might be. What's that making me want to go back up there?
Okay, this one's got me all confusing. It's up on land here. Which is the top and which is the bottom? I can't figure that one out. Okay, you can figure this one out. Okay, look at all the air in that ice. You can hear it bubbling. Okay, now we're gonna take a look at some icebergs, all the different shapes and textures. It's amazing how different they are. This is my favorite one. I got video of this and it's featured on my DVD, Prince William Sound Up Close. Here we are at Columbia Glacier, probably 2005. And this is the size, this is huge. Tremendous size, and it came up from 1,200 feet deep. This is before, this is when out in Columbia Bay. Actually, and that's why it's a dark color. At that depth, all the pressure squeezes out all the air that's in the ice. That's why it looks this dark. And it was really scary. It's a quarter mile off the face of the glacier. If you've been sitting there on a boat, it would have been a good surprise for you. Because there's no warning when these things come up off the bottom of the ocean. And I showed this to Mr. Molina. He's from the Colorado, University of Colorado Ice, specialist or university down there where they are tracking all the changes in the glaciers. And he told me, yeah, it's rare, but what happens when it's real deep, depending upon how fast that glacier is receding, there'll be a big foot on the bottom of the ocean, sometimes extending out from the face of the glacier. They said, yeah, it's real rare to actually capture one of these calvings from the ocean bottom. That's where that one's from. And I kind of look for composition, as it kind of reflecting the background. Same with this one. That's a huge one. It's back in Columbia Bay, just a huge iceberg. Okay, you don't want to go through here.
Yeah. Have one of those turn.
Look at all the different textures on this. Yeah, how this gets shaped.
The dimples, I've seen the dimples a lot.
This is up at Yale Glacier. Yeah. That's Yale. Okay, this is crazy. I took a picture of this and I'm going, I want to have my video camera. And wouldn't it be neat to get my boat underneath that and get that image cruising underneath that? And it's actually on my DVD, Prince William Sound Up Close. And I remember this just like it happened yesterday. I'm hanging out over my boat, got my camera in my hand like this, going right underneath it. And as soon as I clear it, the instant I press the stop button, what happened?
It turned.
The whole thing collapsed. I'm going, no! And that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
And I missed it. You idiot.
Well, at least it didn't land on top of your.
Yes, that's what I thought. That was too close.
That was your second thought?
Yeah. But take a look at that.
Wow.
That's a very small, well, on my DVD, you can see how small this arm is. That's holding that up. And people don't realize how heavy this ice is. It is very heavy. And of course, the sun was at the perfect spot. The light, that's from an old slide. Okay, we're getting again.
Dragon. I see a dragon there.
Mhm,
The tail and the head on the other side.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
I like the perspective of these being in a zodiac, you're so low to the ground, that is.
Yeah, that's what I like about my night, my naiad, you can get right on the water.
Yeah.
That
I was looking back at Harvard through one of its bergs. Airplane wing. This one's kind of sitting out all by itself. These are a little overexposed on the screen there, so. Look at that.
Yeah, that's,
That's all one bird.
I'll go through there.
Now try to figure this image out.
Looks like an ice cave.
Yeah. How intricate that is. And the way the light, here again, it's so overexposed on the screen, but it's better. And you can see how the light travels through the ice.
Wow.
Okay, Kathy, you want to kayak through there?
Yes.
Very fast.
I waited and waited and it just would not fall. That's kind of weird. Because the water's deep here and I don't know why it's sitting up like that. That's looking back at the Harvard and Yale. Their little tunnel. Here's the lone iceberg sitting out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. What do you notice about this, man?
Cormorants?
Red.
Yeah,
Oh, the red algae?
isn't that wild? It's algae.
The red algae?
And it's streaming out of this iceberg and I'm going, what the heck's going on here?
No.
So that iceberg, I don't know, must have formed in a bunch of algae and then moved out and now it's releasing it. So that was really unusual. I
I
guess
think
the,
I've never seen that before.
the birds are watching it. I've seen this out in various areas out in the sound, but not coming out of an iceberg. Is Nellie Glacier. Okay. Look at this. Look at how intricate it is. You're gonna see two more images of the same iceberg from different angles and different lighting. That looks like an old man. Bent over. Got his hands, his eyes, his mouth, head. And then here it's the same guy
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
from a different angle. See?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the colors and how intricate they are. Down Nellie Glacier. Here again, it's overexposed on the screen, so it kind of wipes out the color. That's really amazing.
Mhm.
Almost looks like two
This
kissing.
is college?
This is a Yale iceberg. Yale Glacier. Look at the carvings.
Razorback.
Mhm.
This one freaked me out.
Everyone is trying to write those things.
Looks
That's
almost
great.
looks like a swan with a,
Yeah.
All these little spikes. Here you get different textures. Look at this thing. How the heck did that survive and form? I mean, go, yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
Hanging by a thread.
Looks like, what, stadium seats? I don't know how the heck this thing got on there. It's like a basketball, and threw it up, someone threw it up on top of that. Chiniga Glacier. It's high tide. I mean, look at that, it's all on land, like a good 50% of it. That one's really going back. Let's look at its surprise.
That's the neat one. This is what psychiatrists ought to use instead of ink blots, pictures of icebergs.
No,
I wanna get in that hole.
the black hole.
Look how smooth this one is. And how rough this one is.
Yep.
Of course, we got rocks.
Oh, there, that
Don't
looks
worry.
like a dragon or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's this paws and this head.
Looks like a fish.
You gotta get the right angle when the sun coming in at the right angle to light that up. And the sun goes through dark, but then when it comes out, it gets lighter. Notice that?
yeah.
So you don't see it real bright, but then as the light exits, that's where you see the brighter light. Okay, I think we're getting near. That's my favorite picture. And you're only looking at a small, here again, this is one that comes down Columbia Bay. Of course, ice no longer is there anymore, it's long gone.
Yep.
And this one came up from at least 1,115 feet deep. So all that pressure's pushed out all the air and the ice. And I'm looking at it. I took it, I took this section of it because I like the background. Then I showed it to a friend of mine, and what did she tell me?
It's from the deep.
It's the pregnant ice lady.
Oh.
Is her eye, her nose, her chin, her arm going up, her breast,
Yeah,
pregnant belly, the head of the child, and he's got his hands
yeah,
folded over on his chest.
wow, yeah. Yeah. That's a sick.
Okay, so why do animals like icebergs? Well, first thing I like about them, it's their restrooms for them. So, mommy, stop peeing on our iceberg.
We gotta move.
I'm gonna poop here. What else can we do on the iceberg? Well, I'm gonna take a nice big yawn here. And look at all these guys that are sleeping.
Okay.
All these, look at half of them are all asleep. So it's a nice place to rest. And eagles like icebergs. Yeah, I got mine. I like this guy. This is up at Mears Glacier. He's waiting for a calving. And the reason he's sitting there waiting for a calving is because he knows there's gonna be some cable in there that are gonna be knocked dead, and that's what they do. They fly in there and grab the dead fish. I got video of them doing that.
Yeah, perched high, yeah. Bird's eye view.
Yeah, birds, they really like the icebergs.
Ooh, that's-
Then they can get together and have a nice place to argue. No, 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 you go over here. No, I want this. No. Or you can have a brawl.
And what kind of birds were those?
Pigeon guillemots.
Thank you.
Look at those red throats.
I know.
Yeah, those are wild looking.
And you can have a brawl. Or you can have an orgy. Or I can have this all to myself. This is my bird. I love this guy. I wish I could get up on this one. Or you can get your back rubbed. Can't do this in the water. Now, look at the harbor seals. It's all down at Chinega Glacier. Look at all these.
Wow.
You don't see, as I said, this is back in the early 200s. You just, because of the ice and maybe climate change, you don't see this many seals and otters out on the ice anymore. One of the big reasons is the icebergs are not as friendly. And not as many of them now as there were back in the late 90s and early 2000s. But, you know, the harbor seals still, you know, they like on the iceberg. What's going on here is, are these two gossiping, these two women? They talking about something they shouldn't be talking about. This guy's got a tumor. Okay, so what else do they like? They give birth on the icebergs. And they nurse their children. And they also sleep.
Oh,
And they also can get kind of into deep thought.
hmm.
Time to yawn.
No, it's cool.
Oh, I got this nice headrest. I love it. And you also get all right. You see the corner of my boat right here. Here again, I didn't want that to fall on me. Let's see how this works now. Play. There, try that. Okay, let me eject this one. Eject.
Replay, no.
Eject.
I have a question. You showed some images from Barry Arm. You have any nervousness about being out there now, knowing the risk? that's out
No,
there?
I'm more nervous driving down, Turnigan Arm, the Seward Highway than I am sitting out there.
Okay,
Has there been any more
that I can
updates?
understand.
Has there been any more updates as far as the landslide potential?
Well, as you've been watching the news, what has happened, about 3 days ago?
I don't know.
The government has eliminated
Oh, yeah.
money for us to monitor the seismic,
Tsunamis.
yeah, the tsunamis. And we got 2 of them now. And at another meeting, I'll show you, for member slides, I'll show you something about Surprise Glacier. It had a recent landslide there, so they're adding that one to the Barry Arm landslide. But now there's no money to fund these seismic
Programs.
alert systems that are out there now.
Crazy.
So it's gonna be interesting, but no, I'm more scared driving down that Seward Highway than I am going out there.
Well, you got a Zodiac, you can outrun it.
Yeah. At least they'll be able to find me.
Yeah.
I won't be sunk. So that's good. Well, I appreciate everybody showing up. Gee,
Yeah.
to be out photographing the aurora.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bill.
Glenn, do we need to switch computers?
Yeah, we'll switch computers for the member slides and.
Kind of feel the same way about Portage Valley, and not any more nervous going out there knowing the risk of,
Yeah, they say
Yeah,
Portage,
landslide.
yeah, there's that landslide into Portage Lake.
yeah.
That was talked about. I don't know if they have any monitors on that one though. I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either.
Yeah.
Free you up.
Okay, good. Here's your,
Okay.
that.
Might know with all that rain we had in the fall, they closed the Vegas Hogs Visitor Center early this year because of they were concerned that
Start a lane.
why might go with all the rain we had there.
No.
Kathy, how much snow is down around Portage right now?
Well, we were dropping through some, well, Portage isn't too bad. Bergen has a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we were up to our knees in it a little bit last night. Really, the angle and stuff.
about that further last night.
Carl?
On a good
These are
spot.
Carl.
out there. Yeah, these are Carl's.
Yeah, they are Carl's, and then there's something being calling on them.
So these are from Carl Johnson. He asked me if, I would show them tonight. And, oh man, boy, the color looks so much better on the computer.
Right, yeah.
Always the case, right? Well, thank you, Bill, so much. It makes me want to go back into the sound. I've paddled through a lot of those icebergs in my lifetime and whew, love it out there. But this is from his last trip to Botswana, and he is, been going out co-leading with John Chaw. And he wanted to let everybody know that there's 2 new trips, April 9th through the 21st. But he doesn't say what the other date is here. But anyway, the price is only $79.50, which is cheap to go to Botswana. So if anybody's interested in going to Botswana, one of the trips is already sold out. But he added another trip for the 9th through the 21st. So if anybody's interested, I would just reach out to Carl. The stuff that he was telling me last night sounded like they were gonna be great trips. But anyway, so this is from his recent trip to Botswana. All right. These are African bee eaters.
Looks like it's got another eye beneath the eye. That was wow.
Lilac breasted roller. Okay. Am I still looking at Carl's pictures, you think?
I think those are, yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Didn't know if this was the other person's pictures.
No, that might be Dean's.
Are these Dean's?
Yeah, it looks different.
Yeah, yeah, he's
I don't
there.
look at Africa anymore, so
He's the aerial guy.
is Dean's not here tonight, right?
No, he's not here. He had actually uploaded these really late last
What did
meeting.
Dean say?
Cully.
So these are Dean Cully's. And all those ones behind this one, before this one that are in black and white, I don't think those are Carl's.
Okay, yeah, maybe those were Dean's then.
Beautiful. It's like now. Yeah, and that's it for tonight. We do have some door prizes, so I'm gonna turn the lights on and we can go.
Yeah.
Let there be light.
I'll let Amber draw.
So yeah, we have a REI card and a Stewart's card, $25 each.
543-707.
Oh, my
All right.
What do you want? REI or Stewart? Maybe Stewart's, since you're a photo guy.
All right, and the second one, which is REI. is 543-709.
Hey.
Hey, there you go.
All right, well, thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow, next month is the photo contest. And,
Look for updates on the newsletter with the link to upload the photos.
yeah, I'm not sure who's out of town that's doing the newsletters. But I'm hoping that we get a good turnout of photos so that we can make a fun evening of it. And it is the holidays, so let's make it special.
Yeah, and then when is our next meeting?
Yeah, I think it's on a Tuesday, isn't it? For
Yeah, I
December, is
I believe it's December 9th. Yeah,
that right? Is that what you're looking at?
I was looking, but not on that calendar, but I have to look at an email. I think that one is a normal,
Okay,
so.
and is there any other announcements? We're still working on workshops for next year and, Jen, do you know if anybody reached out to? I know I was supposed to, but I haven't yet. Can't think of her name from. Oh,
Are you thinking of Jessica Ricks?
yes,
I'm not on the board, so
okay.
I don't know.
Do you know if anybody reached out to Jessica about doing a presentation or kind of a workshop type thing, a composition?
Someone was going to, I thought, that was Gail.
Yeah, okay. Well, if nobody here knows about it, then we'll check in. I'm pretty sure that Gail was gonna check in with her. But thanks for everybody for coming out.
I'd
Yeah,
like to thank Lynn for setting things up too.
Yeah, we had to go through 2 new projectors and to find the right one that worked tonight. So thank you, everybody.
okay, thank you.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.